Let's make a new directory, geo for getopts. That won't be confusing. So let's go ahead and let's make our own getux script, all right? So let's write our own program. We'll call it my program. So we're gonna make a bash script. User bin env bash, there we go. Chmod my program, so we give it the executable bit. We can go ahead and run it. It won't do anything. Cool. So let's go ahead and let's get some options. While getOps opt do case opt in h usage exit 0 usage greater than 2 exit 1. Oh, I have those backwards. And if you're totally confused, don't worry. I'm going to break down what's going on here because I realize just how confusing this can be, but I have all this in my brain. So let me just go ahead and get it out. There we go. Let's go ahead and define a usage function. So we're going to make a function here called usage, and we'll just say like, you used the program wrong. There you go. Really simple usage message. So what we're doing is we're making a function here called usage. When you run this, it will print a usage message. This should be better. Nah, you know what? We're being cheeky here. Let's just say this. My program dash h. There's the usage. There we go. Very simple usage message. So then what we do here is we call getOps. So getOps is a bash built-in program, and it takes 2 arguments. The 2 arguments we give it are a list of options. So this is in a special format. And then we have the variable we're going to save it into. So h is the only option we're going to take, dash h for help. And then opt is the variable we're going to save it into. So now we do a case statement in this while loop. So while there are still options, we're going to look at what this is set to. If this is set to h, then we will print this and exit 0. Otherwise, we'll print the same message and we'll exit 1. And then we do the shift down here so we can say, let's say arg equals $1. Be a little bit confusing, but let's go ahead and do this. Ready for this? My program will run it, and it didn't do anything, or it sent arg equals this. I should give it arguments. Let me go ahead and give it arguments. This will explain it better. Let's give it dash h. This should print the usage message, and it should exit successfully. There we go. It print the message, and it exited with 0. That's awesome. That's what we wanted. Let's go ahead and run it with an option that we didn't specify, right? Dash A. We didn't support dash A. Uh-oh, we got an illegal option warning. We got the usage message, and we exited with 1. Hey, that's awesome. So let's go ahead and run it without options, but we'll give it some sort of argument here like Dave. And then we'll say arg equals Dave. So we made it past the argument parsing for this. So the reason we could do this is because we could say, I don't know, we could take another argument. We could take you. So if we take you here, we could say or we can do this. Ready? U equals true. We'll set u equals false up here. So now when the user gives us the dash u flag, it will set that to true where it was false before. So we can do this. We can say name equals $1 if, what is it, u? Because u is true or false. We could say if u, then dash u was given, uppercase it. Now we can uppercase the name variable. So to uppercase in bash, oh, no. I remember how to do it. There we go. That's how you uppercase something in bash. So now end that. There we go. So it might be a little bit confusing, but check this out. Ready? My program, Dave. It prints that. Let's do dash u, Dave. And it didn't work. So what did we do wrong? Is this syntax incorrect? What am I doing here? Oh, I'm printing $1 here. Look at that. How stupid is that? I wanted name here. So let's go ahead and actually change this. Let's just say hello name. So now we'll rerun it again. So my program Dave, hello Dave, my program dash u Dave, and we have hello Dave's in all capital letter. Hello Dave in all capital letters. So hopefully that makes sense. What I did is I just used basic getOps to start allowing for arguments to be passed into my program. This line down here shifts all of the arguments away. So then $1 just references our first argument after all the argument parsing has been handled. So very quick deep dive into getOps. I'll do a formal video on it, but hopefully this, demystified it for some people.